You remember when you were excited, when this job felt like the one. You got the offer and you thought, this is it. This is where I build something. Or maybe, finally, the recognition I deserve. You were going to work late. You were going to over-deliver. You were going to prove yourself. And then something happened. Not dramatically, not with a resignation letter or a dramatic exit. Instead, you quietly checked out. You stopped staying late. You stopped caring about the extra mile. You started leaving at exactly 5 p.m. You're still technically working. Your manager still sees you at your desk, but something inside you left. And here's what's interesting. You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. In fact, you're probably smarter than most people around you. And that's exactly why you quit quietly. If you've ever felt this shift, if you've gone from hungry to indifferent, this video is for you. Because quiet quitting isn't about laziness. It's a psychological response. And once you understand why smart people do this, you'll understand whether you're on the wrong job or the wrong path. Let's break this down. First, let's define what we're actually talking about. Quiet quitting isn't about not showing up to work. It's about showing up, but not really being there. It's doing the minimum required. No more, no less. You do your job. You do it well. But you don't do extra. You don't volunteer for projects. You don't stay late unless absolutely forced. You don't think about work outside of work. Your emotional investment? Gone. Your sense of purpose? Evaporated. Your hope that this place is going somewhere? Dead. But here's what most people get wrong about quiet quitting. It's not a choice you make. It's a response your psychology makes. It's your nervous system saying, this environment isn't safe anymore. This place isn't honoring my value. I need to protect myself. And the interesting part? Smart people quiet quit faster than everyone else because they recognize the truth sooner. They see the patterns, they understand the game, and they decide the game isn't worth playing. There are 3 core psychological triggers that cause smart people to quiet quit. Understanding which one you experience is the key to knowing whether you're in the wrong job or whether you need to fix something internal. Trigger number 1, values misalignment. You joined this company because you believed in something. You believed in the mission, or the values, or what they said they stood for. But then you saw what was really happening. The company talks about family first, but they expect 60-hour weeks. They talk about innovation, but they kill every creative idea. They say, we value our people, but they lay off 200 people without warning. And in that moment, something breaks inside you. Not anger, not rage, but a quiet disappointment. Because you realize they're not who they said they were, and you're not going to pretend anymore. Smart people can't unsee hypocrisy. Once you notice the gap between values and actions, you can't go back to believing. So, you quiet quit. Trigger number 2, psychological unfairness. This is subtler than values misalignment. This is about equity, about feeling like the playing field isn't level. Maybe you see someone less capable get promoted because they fit the culture, and you've been working twice as hard with no recognition. Or you discover your coworker makes 30% more for the same job. Or you watch someone take credit for your work. Your brain is designed to detect unfairness. It's not just about money or status. It's about the principle. It's about being seen and valued. And when you realize the system is rigged, when you understand that hard work doesn't guarantee fairness, that's when smart people check out. Because if fairness doesn't matter, then extra effort doesn't matter either. So they stop investing. Trigger number 3, lack of autonomy and voice. This is the deepest one, and it affects intelligent people most acutely. Smart people have ideas, lots of them. They think about better ways to do things. They see problems and solutions. So when they bring these ideas forward and they're ignored, when they're told to follow the process even though the process is broken, when they watch bad decisions get made while their voice isn't heard, something shifts. It's not just frustration. It's a deeper wound. My intelligence doesn't matter here. Your brain is literally telling you, this place doesn't value what you have to offer, so stop offering it. And that's when the quiet quit happens, because you can't force a place to listen, so you stop trying. Most smart people experience all three triggers at some point. You feel the values mismatch. You notice the unfairness. Your ideas get ignored. And that's when you're done. But here's what matters. Quiet quitting isn't the problem. It's the symptom. And understanding which trigger you're responding to tells you what you actually need. Now let's talk about why intelligent people are more likely to quiet quit than everyone else. Intelligence has a specific superpower, pattern recognition. Smart people see patterns other people miss. When you walk into a job, you're constantly analyzing. Are the stated values matching the actual behavior? Check mark or cross mark. Is hard work actually rewarded here? Check mark or cross mark. Do my ideas matter? Check mark or cross mark. Are people happy? Check mark or cross mark. Is this sustainable long term? Check mark or cross mark. Your brain is running a constant audit, and it doesn't take long to see the patterns. While other people are still believing the culture deck they were shown in onboarding, you've already figured out how things actually work. You see that the person they promote isn't the most competent, they're the most compliant. You realize that career growth is a lie. You understand that you're not a valued employee, you're a resource to be optimized. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. Smart people quiet quit not because they're lazy, they quiet quit because they're awake. They've seen the machine, and they've decided not to be a cog in it anymore. Less intelligent people? They stay longer, because they haven't fully recognized the pattern yet, or because they're more willing to accept it. But smart people? They leave, either physically or psychologically, and usually psychologically first. But here's what we need to talk about. Quiet quitting has a real psychological cost. It's not as clean as actually leaving. First, there's the cost to your identity. You're still showing up to a place that doesn't value you. But now you're not being yourself there. You're performing the role of an employee. But there's no authenticity, no genuine investment. You're 40 hours a week in a kind of professional dissociation. That splits you. It creates an internal conflict. And over time, you start not knowing who you are, because you're hiding yourself in one of the places you spend most of your time. Second, there's the quiet resentment that builds. You're doing your job, but you're resenting every minute, because you know you're capable of more. You know your ideas are good, but instead of fighting for them or finding a place that values them, you're just accepting the cage. And that creates a specific kind of pain. Not the pain of failure, but the pain of untapped potential. Third, and this is critical, your growth stops. When you quiet quit, you're not just disengaging from the company, you're disengaging from learning, from challenge, from pushing yourself, because you're in survival mode. You're protecting yourself, and protection requires you to stay small. And if you quiet quit for months or years, you're not just losing time, you're losing yourself. Your skills don't sharpen, your confidence erodes, your sense of what you're capable of shrinks. And the tragedy? You're doing this to yourself. The company doesn't need you to quiet quit. You are choosing to stay small because you feel unsafe. And that's the real cost. But before we talk about what comes next, I want to acknowledge something. Quiet quitting isn't a character flaw. It's not laziness or entitlement. It's a rational response to an irrational situation. Your nervous system detected a threat to your values, a threat to your sense of fairness, a threat to your voice and autonomy, and it protected you the only way it knew how, by withdrawing emotional investment. But here's the thing, that protection isn't permanent. It's a signal. It's your psychology telling you, this isn't working. And once you understand that, you can actually do something about it. So here's what happens next. When you recognize you're quiet quitting, you have 3 real paths. Path 1. Fix it. Maybe the job is actually good, but your approach to it has become unhealthy. Maybe you need to set better boundaries. Maybe you need to stop expecting the company to validate you. Maybe you need to find meaning within the constraints. This works if the values are actually there. The people are genuinely good. The work has some meaning, but you've just disconnected. How? Have hard conversations. Renegotiate what you're willing to give. Find pockets of autonomy. Build relationships with people who do get it. Sometimes a job becomes good again when you stop expecting it to be everything. Path 2. Leave strategically. If the triggers run deep, if it's truly values misalignment or systematic unfairness, the answer isn't to stay and suffer. It's to leave. But smartly. Not impulsively. Not in anger. But with intention. Start looking for your next role now. Update your network. Upskill in areas you've neglected. Build your case for what you're worth. Because the worst thing you can do is stay in quiet quit mode for years. That erodes you. Better to leave with intention and reclaim your agency. Path 3. Transform your relationship to work itself. Sometimes the issue isn't this job. It's your relationship to all work. Maybe you've been seeking validation in the wrong place. Maybe you've been expecting the company to complete you. This is deeper work. It means learning work is work. It's not your identity. It's not your worth. It's what you do, not who you are. This might mean finding meaning outside of work, building an identity not dependent on career success, reframing what a good job actually means to you. Because if you quiet quit this job and move to the next one with the same expectations, you'll quiet quit that one too. The key is, recognize which path you need. Because staying in quiet quit limbo, that's the worst of all worlds. Here's what quiet quitting is really telling you. It's telling you that something isn't right. It might be the job. It might be you. It might be both. But the worst thing you can do is ignore it, because quiet quitting doesn't solve anything. It's a pause. It's you deciding not to decide. The bravery isn't in quiet quitting. The bravery is in choosing. Either really commit to this job or to fixing yourself, or really leave and find what actually aligns with who you are. But don't live in the in-between. You deserve better, and you're smarter than that. If you recognize yourself in this, if you're quiet quitting right now, know this, you're not broken. You're just awake. And that's actually the first step to change. Drop a comment. Tell me, are you quiet quitting? What's the trigger for you? And which path are you leaning toward? Like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.